Man, I think I'm out of beer. I think it's time for another one. You got any more?
Yeah, I think I do. Hold on, let me check.
Oh man, we're all out of Hopslam.
I guess we'll have to wait until next year.
Larry, why don't we just brew our own?
Now that is a good idea. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are here, our brew. We just got done brewing the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're ready to drink it. That was a great idea Chad had to go ahead and make our own because
Why not?
Hopslam comes about once a year and it's already out. It's hard to find already. So thank goodness for Brew Your Own magazine for publishing that video, or the recipe for me to do this video. And it was a great inspiration. So I'm glad we did this. I'm so excited about trying our clone versus the the original. Yeah.
The other one turned out so well. I can't wait to try this one.
Yeah, the Bell's Two Hearted clone we did. We couldn't tell them apart. It was actually really good, and well, let's find out how this works, right? So what we're going to do this time is similar to last time. However, I don't have a independent pourer like my wife Rachel around to do this for us. So what I did to try to shake up the randomness here a little bit is that I labeled one set with 2 clones and 1 original, the other set with 2 originals, 1 clone, and they're labeled on the bottom, right? So since I did the labeling, I could be biased in this sampling. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to pour them up per the letters on the bottom. I'm going to walk away. Chad's going to come by and decide which group I'm going to drink out of. And he won't know then which is the 2 originals in the clone or the 1 original 2 clones, and I won't know. That's probably the best way I can think of on how to make this as
It'll work.
practical.
And if the beer's that close anyway, most are going to wonder if it's that close.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
it's good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's good. So we'll see.
All right, so I'm gonna get to pouring, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Poured them up. Chaz shuffled them around for me, and I do not know which set I have, and I honestly forgot. I forgot which ones I had to start with, and then he mixed them up. So now I don't know. He doesn't know. Hopefully this is fair enough of a test. So for those of you who don't know what Hopslam is, of course, there's a little can here if you can find them. This time of year, they're just about out. They get released in February every year, so ish. So
January, I think, came out. Yeah.
and they come and go by March, basically. So I'm glad we brewed these. So let's figure out how well we did. Let me move the cans out of the way a little bit so people can see some of this. And shall we start?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
I'm glad I had an idea to make your own.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can tell you can really smell this beer. It's just very strong beer.
Yeah, it's a double IPA, right? So that's gonna be really heavy, really high. It's about 10% alcohol, and very hopped. I think there was like 10 or 12 ounces of hops in this 5-gallon batch.
I realize as I drink my glass, they can probably see what's on the bottom of the glass, so they know and I don't.
So you know before we know if you can see the bottoms of the glasses when we tip them up.
This is actually, this is awesome. I mean, this is absolutely awesome. It was a great idea to make these beers.
I think so.
I mean, even once you have the recipe on your spreadsheet and you want to change it a little bit, you can, but man, it's so close.
All right, I don't need any more time personally. I know the odd. I don't know which one's the real one, but I know the odd one out is. So I got my odd one out right here.
Yeah, I keep moving them around, trying to keep them in order. You know.
These two have the same amount of bitterness on the aftertaste. Tastes exactly the same to me.
I'm not sure what it is, but these two definitely taste the same. This one seems a little different, and I'm not sure why. It's just a little different.
This one tastes a little less harsh in the bitterness. It's a little more malty, and I can taste a little honeyness to it, which is what this beer is. It's a beer brewed with honey, not fermented with honey, brewed with honey. It's different, right? But I can still taste some of the honey in this one, and it's very malty.
Yes,
and
this is actually
very refreshing.
Yes.
Actually, this is very refreshing. These two are they taste good, but I think the hop bitterness is a little harsh.
Yes, that's what I'm. Yeah, these two have that. So this is probably your clone, then I think.
So you think that's my clone?
I think this is the clone, just because I do taste that sweet, more of a sweet honey on the lip, but this is more bitter-ish. But they're all very similar, like so similar. Like I would never notice if someone served me the beer. I'd never notice.
Well, I don't know which is my clone right now, but I tell you, I like this one better.
I like them all. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think I'm going to say this is my clone. So one of us is wrong because one set is 2 clones and an original. The other one is 2 originals and a clone. So one of us is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
So shall we do the reveal?
Yeah. So
all right.
I guess.
All right. Well, you went first last time. I'll go first this time. Clone.
Oh,
I picked it right. This is my clone.
I like that one.
And clone. Okay, interesting. And bells. So I actually chose a clone and a bell as the same, and for some reason I thought this one is a clone so different. I don't know why.
I'm telling you, they're so close. They're so close. It's. I don't even know why we're doing a.
I thought these two were the exact same. Honestly, I thought they. Okay, so I was partially correct, partially incorrect. So what's yours?
Well, I think these two are bells.
Okay.
And if you can see here, anybody?
Bells.
Oh,
you got it right.
I got it right.
So you got
and this is obviously the clone then. Yes, it is.
All right. So you chose your. So you separated them correctly.
Yeah.
I confused mine. So I was the wrong one about trying to find the odd one out. So I was wrong about that, but I said this was my clone. So I was right about this being my clone. I was wrong about these two being
I believe
the same.
I believe you said you weren't sure what it was, but it was different.
It's a little bit more honey.
Because you didn't know which ones you got. So.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. So you guessed it right.
Yeah.
The odd man out, and you guessed the clone. So Chad, bravo.
Take a bow.
And I got partial credit. So anyway.
Yes. No, they're all good though. It's amazing. The recipes are so close. I mean, man.
Now I was favoring my clone, like I mentioned before, without knowing. I mean, I said I favored this one.
Yeah, it does have which it turned out to be, right? So, because this one's your clone too.
But I thought these were the same.
This is definitely. It's got a little bit more sweeterness to it, and I think that's where the honey comes in. But
yeah, I swear. I don't know if I mispoured or something, but these two taste the exact same to me, even though one's a clone and one's a Bell's.
I don't know. I'll drink them. I'm not complaining. Man.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. So, I did choose the better beer in my opinion, which was of course my clone.
Yes, you did.
Not by design. Now, want to talk a bit about the recipe a little bit and our brew day that we had.
Yeah, they might want to hear it.
So we, as you just saw, our little video collage or medley of our brew day. It was actually a lot more complicated than that 2-minute clip that you saw there. We actually had some issues brewing such a high gravity beer on the Grainfather.
Capacity issues.
Capacity. I did not check the maximum grain capacity that the Grainfather spec'd out.
It did do it though. It did do it.
It worked, but you might, and I probably did a disservice to this video. I'll probably maybe show an overlay, maybe a bit of a longer one, but we filled that thing with the grain. And a pretty
in water.
Low, well, the water to grist ratio, I lowered that down to like 1 quart per pound of grain, I think it was, or something like that, to try to get it all in there. And still, I mean, it filled it all to the top to the point where that overflow drain was under threat of being overflowed. And we still had to add more water to thin it out because it was such a thick mash, we couldn't even stir it all in. And I partially don't blame my brewing spreadsheet for this. What I blame for this was the fact that the Grainfather mash pipe, when it fits down into the Grainfather, there's a space down below and space around the inside of the container, which is all liquid, forcing all the grain into a smaller area. Yeah. Which raises that grist ratio.
Because there's water sitting at the bottom. There's no grain in it. There's
right.
Just water.
So it was a very thick mash because a lot of the liquid is actually outside that mash tun. And I did not account for that. Now, if I brewed this on my old cooler system, my 5-gallon cooler system, or even my 10-gallon one, it probably wouldn't be an issue.
No.
Right? But it turned out fine. Now, another thing that happened was the original gravity. I was shooting for the original gravity shown in the Bell's recipe in the guide, and also there's a Bell's. I'll talk about that in a minute.
It wasn't off that far.
It wasn't off that far. I think the target was 1.086. I got to 1.079. Now, the reason for that is the thicker the mash, the higher gravity beers, the lower your efficiency gets. Right. So I estimated like an efficiency in I estimated a 78.6% extract efficiency, which is what I've been getting on the Grainfather recently. But because high gravity mashes, thick mashes, you get a extraction hit, and we got more of like a 68.6% efficiency. So I got less sugars out of it. So therefore, the original gravity was only 1.079. I could have made up for that with some more corn sugar, right, to make up for it. But honestly, Chad and I had our hands full with just trying to handle such a large grain bill in this thing. Yeah. And of course,
then filming everything.
Doing all the
stuff, yeah.
Having some drinks along the way.
Yeah.
It didn't help.
Didn't help.
So anyway, but it turned out fine. I mean, it doesn't taste that much different.
No, it doesn't. And like I said, I'm very impressed with the recipes and how it turned out, because there's no reason for the 3-cup thing anymore. It's actually so accurate. If someone were to serve me this beer, I would have never even questioned it. Same thing with the last, and the same thing with the last beer. Same thing with the the what was it? The zombie dust that we did like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, we did zombie dust. Yeah.
Yeah, that was spot on. I mean, it's just insane.
If you haven't
So-
seen that video, go check it out. It's called zombie dust clone or something. And then we did a tasting video after that. So if you want to see that those two videos, go search my channel for zombie dust and you'll find it.
Oh yeah, I'm there. You'll see me too.
And the Bell's Two Hearted clone we did it in the last tasting video.
Tasting.
That was very close.
It was very spot on. And what are we doing next? We're gonna go for the Oberon, or we're gonna do the amber color.
Well, springtime is a coming, so Oberon may be on the docket. But I also haven't brewed my Lair Garden Belgian wit beer in a couple years now, so I may have to flip a coin. But spring and summer are months long, so maybe I'll squeeze both in.
Yeah, squeeze both in.
Yeah, squeeze both in.
Try something new and something old. You know, my favorite.
I'm gonna post this recipe, of course, in the video description, like I always do, on my brewing spreadsheet. I'll also maybe convert it to a PDF for those of you who don't have Excel or whatever. You know, who doesn't have Excel, or at least, but okay, whatever.
I don't.
But another thing is that Bell's also, not only did they publish this in a issue of Brew Your Own magazine this past fall, they also have it already published on their website. If you were to order their beer kit, if you go to the Bell's website and order their beer kit, or look at their beer kit, I printed out the instructions off their website, and the grain bill is actually not the same. It's a little different. So just to let you know, for those of you who've asked, am I brewing the posted version for their kit that you can order? No, I'm brewing the version as they published in Brew Your Own magazine, and the differences are minor, but it's mainly the amount of grain, which again was probably because of the extract efficiency conversion, right? I mentioned this before in old videos.
But the kit, I'm sorry, but the kits are smaller kits. You could buy from them and brew on the stove. Is that what that is?
This is a full 5-gallon kit, so you can brew their kit on the Grainfather or any 5-gallon system.
Oh, okay.
It's just that they, like for example, they only give you 10 pounds of grain in the kit, and the recipe on Brew Your Own, you used 11. And as you saw,
Pushing the limits.
I should have used more than 11. I should have used maybe 12 pounds because of my lower extract efficiency. So just to keep that in mind, that
But it wouldn't have fit.
it wouldn't have fit.
No.
So if you brewed the kit, they have it out there, but it's not the exact same recipe. Plus, they also have you add the honey at a different time. Earlier in the boil, I added ours right at the end of the boil, right? So there's some differences between the printed recipes. We printed the version in Brew Your Own magazine, and it turned out great.
There you have it.
So, Chad, cheers.
Here, I got the clone.
Got the clone. We're gonna finish these beers. We got a brew day to head off to. We're brewing a new batch of beer, and this is a great way to start a brew day. So
Yes, tipsy.
Yep, tipsy. All right, folks. See you all later.
Later.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out other videos on my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe.